Hello everyone, my name's Alex and I'm a physio from Physio Function, and I'm going to be taking this level 1 different strokes exercise class today. So for those of you that are new to this class, so level 1 classes are seated classes and they're designed for people who may not have any movement in their affected side. Please note it is a requirement that you have someone there available to assist you as needed. So this is week 3 of our functional fitness series, which is working on general stamina and all around general strength and fitness. So today we are going to be doing a class which is going to be focused on cardiovascular fitness. It's got some core work, it's got mostly arm work and a bit of legs in there as well. So it's a good all-rounder. We'll start with a quick a warm-up first, and then we'll be finishing with a cool down. So that is what today's class is focusing on. You don't need any equipment for this class, but if you wanted, you could use some light hand weights or tins of food, water bottles, if you wanted to add a bit of a resistance challenge to any of these exercises. Please remember, work within your own limits. Don't do anything that causes you any pain. Okay, pick levels of exercises that are challenging but achievable, because we want you to have an enjoyable class, but we want you to have a safe class as well. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start firstly just by doing a little reset and a warm-up of our body. So sit nice and tall in your chair, grow long through your spine, really draw in those tummy muscles, big shoulder roll back and down. I want you just to firstly to sit and feel how your body is, okay? Just do some nice slow breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel if there's any areas of tightness in your body, if anywhere feels like it's a little bit achy, a little bit stiff. Do you feel symmetrical? Okay, so just have a moment to check in. Take some nice big breaths now. So in through your nose, breathing right down into your tummy. And out. Good, let's do 2 more. Big breath in. Really filling those lungs, really think about your belly and your lower ribs expanding. 1 more big breath in and out. And then let's just do some nice big shoulder rolls backwards. Keeping that nice breathing going. Nice. Really shrugging those shoulders up, back and down. See if we can work out any of those bits of stiffness that you may have. Now let's change direction. So hands can be on your lap or they can be clasped. Nice shoulder rolls forward. Good. Lovely. Hands come onto your right knee. Let's turn to look over your right shoulder. Think about twisting from your waist. You're not pulling with your arms. We're twisting using those tummy muscles, keeping that length through our spine. Nice big breath right to the bottom of your ribs here. Big breath in and out. Good. And then back to center. Hands on the left knee. Turn to look over that left shoulder. Nice big breath in and out here, right to the bottom. Think about really coming to the bottom of that right rib. Back to center. Hands on the right knee. Turn to look over that right shoulder. Big breath in and out here into that left side of your ribs at the bottom. Good. Back to center. 1 more to the left. Hands on the left knee. Turn to the left. Big breath in and out. Really focus on that right lower ribs. Back to the middle. Hands on your lap again. Let's have a relax now. So you're going to relax. You can round your back. Slide your hands forward. They can be clasped.
Round that head, round that back and drop that head chin to chest if that's comfortable for you. Now I want you to think about really growing up through those, up through your spine, so really long, squeeze those shoulders gently back and down. So really nice posture, tummy's drawn in. And then slide those hands forwards, round that back, drop that head chin to chest. Use those muscles to pull yourself up, or your back muscles rather. Squeeze those shoulders back together, nice and long through your spine. Really nice. We're going to do one more here. Slide those hands forward, round that upper back, drop your head chin to chest if that's comfortable. Grow nice and tall. Use those back muscles to straighten you up, pull you away from the back of the chair if you can. Nice and tall, shoulder blades back together. And then if you want, give everything a little bit of a shake out. Lovely. Okay, let's start by warming up these legs. So I want you to start by doing some alternate knee lifts. You can hold onto your armrest. If you don't have much movement in your affected side, you can just think about doing the movement and mainly focus, so lifting your unaffected side, and then either, if you can do a little bit, then just do that on that side. So even if you've got a little bit, or you could help it with your unaffected arm. So either way, I want you to think about and try and connect with the movement on your affected side. So with all of these exercises, I really want your main focus to be on really thinking about those movements, thinking about the movement on your affected side, trying to connect and get those messages from your brain down to the muscles. So rehearsing and completing, even just thinking about performing a task, okay, has been shown to be able to sort of strengthen those pathways from your brain to your muscles. So that's why whenever we're doing exercises, I usually get you to try and really think about the motion happening on that affected side. Lovely. Let's see if we can get a bit quicker now. So don't worry about them being so high. We're just going to try and get those legs moving a bit quicker. If you want to, we can match those arms as well. Swing those arms. Try and sit as tall as you can in your chair. Lovely, guys. Good. Now let's see if we can you do some taps forward. So remember, if this is too difficult for you, you can just continue with the march. It might be that you're tapping forward with your unaffected side, and then you're just doing a little lift on your affected side. That is fine. Just trying to move those legs. Lovely. And can we sidestep? Again, just doing as much as you can on that affected side. Really nice. Good. A few more seconds. Oh, more than a few, actually. Don't know why I said that. More than a few seconds. Say about another 10. You don't know by now. Generally, well, I am. I can speak for myself as busy. I'm really bad at counting. And then relax. Hands together in front of you. Again, think about that posture. Think about those shoulder blades sitting nicely onto your ribs at the back. We're going to try and reach our arms forward and pull those elbows back. When you're reaching forward, really think about that elbow straightening. If you've got a really heavy arm, this is where you could have your assistant gently support underneath your elbow and guide the movement forwards. So again, remember, if you're assisting your affected side, or if someone is assisting you, they are only assisting you as much as you need it, not too much. I really want you to try and do as much as you can. Good. Let's do one more here. And then I want to try and come forward and then a little bit up. Now, arms don't have to be completely straight. And again, we're just moving to whatever range is comfortable for you. Just gently lifting those arms up and down. Remember, you can have that support underneath your elbow if you need to from your assistant. Good. Try and loosen up those arms a little bit. Let's do one more. And down. Lovely. Okay. So, our exercise today, we're going to be doing 3 little triplets of exercises. So each exercise, we're going to do 15 repetitions. And so remember, if you need to go quicker than me, slower than me, that's fine. So you can either have a little pause in between if you finish quicker than me. If you've gone slower, if you're needing to move a little bit at a slightly slower pace, if that's your pace for today, then just feel free, if you'd like to, just pause if I'm moving on a bit too quickly, and then when you finish, you can start the next round, okay? Or alternatively, if you haven't finished the 15 and you want to move on with the rest of the class, then just stop. You can work for a certain period of time and then move on to the next exercise with me, okay? So pick whatever you'd like to do. Again, I want you to think about movement quality. So we're going to try and move where you're getting a really nice quality of movement. You're not really trying to overcompensate. And then I also want you to think about finding a level that's challenging for you, but is achievable. So finding those little levels there. So the first exercise we're going to do is 15, well, it's marching, so 15. But what we're going to do is we're going to count 1, 1, 1. So both sides counts as 1. So we're going to do 30 in total. So remember, you can either do the 15 each side with me, or you can just work for the same amount of time as me and then move on to the next exercise when we do. Okay, so completely up to you how you go. So what we're going to do, we're going to start our clock. Well, my clock's already started. We're going to start working our way through the exercises. So we're going to do 15 marches, 15 sit-ups. So sit-ups, we're going to be sitting towards the front of our chair, okay? Or if that's not possible, we're just working on coming away from the back of the chair and back, nice and controlled. You can always slide those hands forward and back. Again, if that's really hard for you, I just want you to work here, coming away and back. We're then going to go into 15 shoulder presses. So hands clasped, reaching our arms up and down, again, just within whatever range is available to you. I will go over these exercises as we go, okay, to give you a recap, but that's our first little triplet, okay? So, get yourself ready. We're going into our marches, okay? We're going to go ready, set, off we go. 1, 2. So remember, you can help. 3, or you can just really do as much of the movement as you can. 5. I'm trying to count my hands here at the same time. Good. Really think about that posture. This is 9. So really keeping nice and tall. Tummy's drawn in. And you don't need to lift your legs so high if you don't want to. Got 3 more on each leg. So remember, you can count yourself, do your 15, or you can just carry on with me for the time, because, got to be honest, I'm probably going to lose count. Okay, so we've done our 15 marches, 15 knee lifts. Moving into our sit-up, so either sitting forward in your chair or away from the back, okay? Start back on the chair. We're going to use our tummy muscles to slide ourselves forward and then slowly back. So I'll turn around to show you. So you're just trying to come away from the chair, use those tummy muscles, then use them to control yourself back. Really nice. This is 4. Remember, if this is too much, you don't have to be here. You could just be here. Just working on using those tummy muscles to pull yourself forwards rather than your hands. Okay. 7.
8, 9, lovely guys, 10, nice and controlled, 11, really draw in those tummy muscles to pull you up, and then use them to really slow yourself back down. 12, I think. Oh dear. 13. I'm really bad at counting, so maybe repetitions wasn't such a good idea. 14. One more. 15. My problem is it's when I'm talking and trying to count at the same time. My dual tasking isn't so fantastic. Okay, that was our sit-ups. So the next thing we're going to do is our shoulder press. So hands are held in front. Now, option for you here, if you did want to add a bit of a challenge and you've got the movement available to you, 2 options. You could hold a light weight between your hands, so it could be a can of food, it could be a water bottle, and do your shoulder presses. So we're just pressing up with hands together, assisting, like I said, assisting that affected side as needed. Or you could always, if you wanted to, if you've got absolutely no movement in your affected arm and you wanted to mainly focus on strengthening your unaffected, you could use a light hand weight and just work on shoulder presses on your unaffected side. But I would encourage you to try and use both sides as you can. So otherwise, with me, we're just going to hold our hands, reaching our arms up. So again, you can have your assistant help you underneath your elbow. And again, you don't have to go very high. Just work with whatever range is available and comfortable for you. We're just aiming to reach up towards the ceiling. Okay, so 15, off we go. Hands in front, we're going to reach up and down. That's 1, 2, nice and tall, good posture. 3, 4, 5, 6. So really think about the muscles at the front of your shoulder here working. 7, 8, 9. Oh, feel them burning. 10. Remember, if that gets uncomfortable, you could just work at a diagonal. 12. 13. I have a feeling I've mucked up my counting again. 14. One more. 15. Awesome. Give your shoulders a little wiggle. Can definitely feel the muscles at the front of your shoulders working with that one. So they're really nice muscles to try and work on that forward reach motion. So second little triplet of exercises. So grab yourself a drink if you need one. I'm just going to grab a little swig because I'm talking too much. Okay, is leg extensions. So what I want to do here is we're going to try and do 15 on each leg, so seeing if we can do that. Remember, if you're really, if you're really struggling with your affected leg, we can just practice the forward slides for that one, okay? And you can assist that with your unaffected side if you want to. Or you could have your assistant help you. I just want you to think about squeezing those thigh muscles. So we're going to alternate. We'll start with your unaffected side first, okay? So we're straightening and lowering. That's 1. 2, really control it, stay nice and tall. 3, squeeze your thighs, straighten. 4, lower down. 5, good. 6, nice and controlled, stay nice and tall. 7, tummy squeezed in. 8, good. 9, well done. 10,
11, 12. Think about that thigh muscle working. 13. Good. 14. 15. And stop there. So remember, you could just be working for the same time as me, okay, and just completing as many reps as you can. Now on your affected side, remember, we can, if you've got the movement, I want you to try and think about the same, okay, but try, if you can't straighten it all the way up, just straighten as much as you can, or you could practice sliding your leg forward. Thinking about that thigh muscle working. This could be assisted by your assistant, or you could use your other leg, okay? If you do find it hard to move it, then it might be that you have a plastic bag underneath your foot to help it slide. Okay, so we're going to do 15 on your unaffected leg, or working for the same amount of time as me. Okay, ready? Off we go. So 1, remember you could just be sliding it forwards. 2, or you could have your assistant helping you. 3. So if your assistant's helping you, they could support, they could be kneeling down beside you, just really be mindful of your back, that you're not bending over. Keep a nice straight back, be mindful of your posture, and just gently support that leg to lift up and that knee to straighten. And then you, as the exerciser, can just be really thinking about working that leg. So completely lost count. So we're going to say this is 6. 7. 8. 9. Good. 10. 11. 12. Good. 13. 14. And 15. Stop there. Lovely. Okay, going on to a chest press. Hands held together in front. This time we are reaching forward and back. 15 times, I'm sorry. Remembering your assistant can support underneath your elbow if needed. Sorry, can't get frog in my throat. Okay, off we go. Again, nice and tall, sitting away from the back of the chair if you can. Reach forward with those arms, pull back with the elbows. That's 1. 2, really think about lengthening your affected side away from you. 4, good, really lengthen. 5, and really try here as well to keep your body still. Try not to move your arms, your body forward and back with your arm. I'm pretty sure that's 7. Oh, 8, good, like keep your body still, lengthen away. 9, lovely. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Fantastic. Again, grab yourselves a drink if you need one. Lovely. Okay. Last little triplet of exercises we've got. We're going back to our marching. Alternate leg lifts. Okay, so remember 15 on each side, 30 in total. Moving that affected side as much as you can. Nice and controlled. Okay, when you're ready, off we go. 1, 2, nice and tall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, come on, 12, let's keep it going,
13, 14, 15. Fantastic, well done. So you can either finish your 15 if you've not quite yet, or you can stop there with us and move on to the next one. We're going into another upper body exercise now. We're going to do a row. So here we're going to have our arms out in front of us, but then we're going to really think about pulling those elbows back, squeezing the shoulder blades back, then little reach forward. So whereas last time we emphasized the reaching forward, this time we're emphasizing that pull back. So arms slightly in front of you. I want you to think about pulling those elbows back, squeezing the shoulder blades back together, and then little reach forward. 2, squeeze those shoulder blades back, bring those elbows back behind you, and come forward. Pull those elbows back, squeeze shoulder blades back together. 3, pull those elbows back, squeeze shoulder blades. 4, imagine you're trying to pull like in a tug of war. So you remember in a tug of war, used to be, if you pulled on a rope, you were trying to, you had to pull back with those elbows, pull those shoulder blades back. Same motion here. Pull those elbows back, shoulder blades squeeze, and relax forward. Good. Pull back, squeeze, and forward. Good. This is number 8, I'm pretty sure. Squeeze. Oh, good. And 9, pull back and squeeze. Good. And again, 10, pull back and squeeze. 11. Good. 12, squeeze those shoulder blades. 13, squeeze them back. Good. 2 more. 14. Nice, last one, 15. Fantastic. Okay, get yourself a drink. Last exercise, we've got shoulder presses again. So reaching to the ceiling, this is your last set of exercises, or your last exercise for this exercise workout. Hands together, nice and tall, good posture, reaching up to the ceiling, or remember if that's too much, you can do a diagonal, or even just a reach forward can't talk. I reach forward again. So pick either forward, upward, or diagonal, whatever works for you. Off we go. 1, 2. Remember, you can have your assistant helping and supporting that affected side. 3. You could even have your assistant supporting your elbow and your wrist to help with an upward movement as you join in with your other side. Good. 6, so you can think about working here. Try and coordinate timing so your arms are moving at the same time. 8, lovely. 9, 10, lovely. 11, nearly there. 12, 13, 14, last one, 15. Fantastic. Oh, have a rest. I can feel my arms. So let's move into a cool down now. So we're going to be mainly focusing on stretching out our arms and our upper body. Okay, because it was predominantly an arm-based workout. So hands together, slide your hands forward on your knees, really round that upper back. So really think about rounding your upper back, shoulder blades moving away from one another. Option to drop your head down to your chest and just have some nice breaths in and out here. Good. And then grow tall. Bring your hands either back on your armrests, or you can bring your unaffected arm back behind you. I want you to think about really squeezing those shoulder blades back together, feeling that stretch across your chest. Think about opening and widening your collarbones. Nice and long through your spine. Hold that there. Again, nice big breaths right down to the base of your lungs and your tummy. Big breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. And again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Last one, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then a nice little wiggle. Okay, let's do some hands on your right knee. Let's turn and look over that right shoulder again. Again, you can take a nice big breath in and out here, but might be mindful with your deep breathing. If you're feeling dizzy at all, please just revert back to normal breathing. And back to center, hands on the right knee. Turn to look over that, left knee rather. Turn to look over that left shoulder. Feel that stretch in your waist. Might be feeling a little bit looser, hopefully, than when you started. And then back to middle. Nice big shoulder rolls back. Lovely. And let's finish with one more nice big breath in and out here. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me today for this exercise class. So I hope you enjoyed it. Apologies for my terrible counting. Remember, there are so many other exercise classes you can also incorporate into your weekly routine. So you can find more classes on the Different Strokes charity Facebook page or the Different Strokes UK YouTube page. We would recommend that you try and incorporate at least another 2 classes into your week, but anything more than that is definitely a great bonus. Okay, because exercise is so important for maintaining your long-term health and well-being. So thank you again for joining me. Remember, if you've got any comments or feedback, please leave them below. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. And if there's anything you would ever like to see or would like me to include in these classes, then please leave a comment or send a message to the Different Strokes charity Facebook page. We always welcome any feedback, and if there's anything you would like to see in the classes, I will do my very best to incorporate them for you. So thank you again for joining me. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye.